My name is Garrow Dolan. People that know me call me G-Man. I am an immigrant from Ireland and an activist artist. I label my work under the title or brand name Scream Machine, and I do a lot of street intervention performance pieces, often using arrays of video projections. And one project that has been the longest running Scream Machine project is titled Protest. I've been documenting and representing protest movements in various forms. And this project, Protest ReEmbodied, is the latest incarnation of that series. Protest ReEmbodied is an interactive video performance project that invites participants to take part in protest movements in virtual space without leaving their home. Participants get to insert themselves into these protest scenes and perform for the camera in this virtual space, all the while recording and documenting their performances. In these times of the COVID-19 pandemic and the stay-at-home policies, working from home and engaging from home has become much more relevant. This project has morphed into something that not only is not a participatory thing done in a gallery space as first thought of, but actually something that is of the time and of the moment, where we engage and communicate and express ourselves from our home through a camera and through the internet and network connectivity. So this is my installation setup. It consists basically of a colored backdrop. I have two lights up here that are shining on it, illuminating it in a nice soft way, and two more at the bottom illuminating it from below. These lights I've put black foil on the back of so they don't reflect my head and overlight me because I'm quite close to them. And then in front I'm getting lit separately by the soft boxes. They have the Max Patch set up on my laptop. I'm using a ladder as my laptop stand. This is my Max Patch. So the first thing you need to do is you need to set up and turn on your webcam. You can check out whether or not its camera's lined up, get your blue screen, make sure that you've got blue screen in all four corners. So once you've got that done, you can turn on one of the videos, for instance in this case Occupy Wall Street. Click somewhere on the background, somewhere that's a representative spot, and you click there. That sets a pick point for your chroma key, and then you use your slider to slide up and set the range around that point. Get just the right amount of chroma keying in, and then you can back away, check it out, see if everything that you want is good. And when I click the recording, it starts a 10-second countdown. And so I've got some time to get into position and get ready for my performance, make sure everything's lined up. I can still see myself on the smaller screen, so I can see if I'm in frame.
Climate change isn't cool. This is why we're not in school.
Thanks got bell now. We got soul now.
Hands up! No shoot!
Get up! Get down! It's revolution in this town.
After 60 seconds has passed, the recording is finished, and it automatically turns off the recording, generates a file, puts it on your desktop, and also turns off the webcam, turns off the video feeds that are playing, and gives you a splash page telling you that recording is complete and inviting you to share it on social media and or continue and go on to make new recordings. That's it for Protest ReEmbodied, my installation. I hope you get the opportunity to try it out and participate yourself. I started out using JIT playlist and multiple chroma keys, and by the time I got to version 5 I realized that the playlist just would not work because the playlist couldn't send its audio files out. And by the time it got to version 8 here, you can see I've dropped the additional chroma keys and I'm back down to just one chroma key because the computer would just freeze. It was computationally too much for the computer to be able to do that. It is version 20 that is actually my final version of the project. So here is my patch. Is the show and hide the basic instructions, and this is a button that triggers alpha, so invisibility or visibility. So if I hit 1, you can see that it brings it up, and now if I hit 0, it goes invisible. So this is the instructions website. When I send a 1 to it, it'll turn to full screen, and then when I send a 0 to it, it becomes tiny, hiding behind the button. So this is the starting module. It's the module of all the protest videos. Each of these is a pict control button. When you click on the sucker, it sends out the RGB values to the chroma key. The string that comes out is color, 0, and then the 3 values. Incoming video goes through a JIT Bracosa, basically turns it to black and white. So the incoming video goes into a switch. The countdown video will take over, and when it's finished, switch the switch and go back into the JIT VCR, which is the recorder, a message that says write protest. And this is generated, as you can see, by an sprintf. It bangs this counter that counts down the recording. The end screen pop-up, 0 makes it disappear and 1 makes it appear. In order for you to be able to click it, so you can click the actual thing itself to make it go away, this isn't actually a button. I have an invisible button that's sitting on top of it, and there we go. I hope you like my project and get the opportunity to try it out yourself.